So I've had lots of requests for some easy recipes, and I have no idea what you guys are on about because all my recipes are easy, but I've had some requests from students who would like to see some recipes. So I'm going to combine all of those things into one recipe and show you this delicious chickpea and potato curry. And once you've seen this, you can add your elements, different elements to it. So you can add some paneer, some peas, some chicken, whatever you like, but I'm going to show you the basic one today. And as always, I'm going to start with a hot pan, and once that's hot, I'm going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of sunflower oil. Once that is hot, put in 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Now all these ingredients I'm using are not going to break your bank, so they are cheap to buy, and once you've bought these spices or seeds, then you can store them and then use them over a period of time. So I'm going to add the cumin. Once that is sizzling, I have got 2 large red onions. You can use white if you want, and I've thinly sliced them, and that will go in as well. The key is to cook this on medium to low heat. Don't rush it. It will take 10 to 15 minutes. You want a deep golden color. Like I always say, that adds a lot of flavor, and you can't underestimate that. So let it cook, and once we've got that, we're going to add 2 cloves of garlic and a centimeter of ginger, which we'll finely chop. Cook for a minute, and now I'm throwing in 2 tomatoes which I've chopped roughly. If you want, you can just add 400 grams of tin tomatoes. And now I'm going to cover it with a lid and let it cook on low heat for 10 minutes. Now is the time to add the spices. Now my tip is that instead of buying those tiny jars of spices, buy bigger packets because that is cheaper. And once you've opened it, you can store it in a glass jar or in a box, and it stays and it keeps for really long. And this is the best way. Better than buying those mini jars. I wouldn't recommend that. And once you start cooking, you're going to use it up, and it keeps really well for a few months. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon garam masala, 1 teaspoon cumin powder, and 1 teaspoon coriander powder. Once spices are in, we're going to cook it for a minute. Once that is done, I'm going to add 3 medium-sized potatoes, and I have sliced them in small cubes. What this does is it cooks it really quickly, and then your dinner is ready quicker. So once that is in, I'm also going to add 2 tins of chickpeas, which I have thrown away the water and I've given them a good rinse. Once all that is in, I'm going to add 300 ml of water to this and just give it a good mix. 15 minutes later, I'm just going to quickly check if the potatoes are done, because obviously the chickpeas are already cooked. So I'll take just one piece on the spoon, and with a knife I'll just see, and it just cuts through straight away. So that means the potatoes are done, and that means our dish is almost ready. The last bit to add is just half a teaspoon of sugar, just to balance it all out, and also a couple of tablespoons of double cream. Now if you don't want to add cream and just keep it vegan, I guess, then you can add a couple of tablespoons of coconut cream if you want, or skip it altogether, but it does just makes it a bit nice and creamy. And obviously I'm going to finish this with some fresh coriander, which if some of you don't like, you can skip, but it's brilliant. Good mix, and as always, I'm not going to serve this without tasting it first, if it needs a bit more salt or a bit more chili or whatever. This is the time, if you want a bit more gravy or a bit more sauce, to add maybe 100 to 100 ml of water. I just want it to have a little bit more, so I'm adding only 100 ml because I just want it nice and thick and creamy. It needs a teeny tiny bit of salt, and that is ready to be plated up. And here is the potato and chickpea curry ready. The quantity we've made today will easily serve 5 to 6 people. It's really quite cheap to make, easy to make, and you can serve it with rice or naan. I'll leave the links in the description box for those. Today I'm serving it with some yogurt and some toast because that is all I have at home. And time to dig in. Oh, it's so good. And you can have it on its own if you really, really want, but toast is good.